Hey, what's up, everyone? Today I'm going to be showing you the third Sonic Movie 3 5-pack. You can also call this Wave 3 of the 2.5-inch Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie figures. And I'm just letting you guys know, this might be the final Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie 5-pack. So as you guys can see here, here's the side of the packaging. Here's the back. Here's the other side again. And here's the front again. And also, the reason why I bought this pack is because I wanted Gerald Robotnik and Super Shadow. So, as you guys can see here, yeah, I'm really liking how this looks. And also, guys, I did pick this up at Target in the store, so good thing they had this in store this time. I just want to let you guys know, when I was reviewing the first one, I did pick it up in store, but when I was reviewing the second one, I had to pick that off on the order Target sign. So as you guys can see here, I'm actually glad that they were actually selling this in stores this time. But alright guys, that's enough talk about this, so without further ado, let's go ahead and crack this out of its packaging and take a closer look. Alright guys, so here are these figures out of their packaging. So as you guys can see here, the only ones I'm going to do is just Gerald Robotnik, Super Shadow, and Burrito Drones stand. So let's move all these to the side and let's take off this, and let's just focus on these two for right now. Alright guys, so starting out, let's take a look at Gerald Robotnik. So as you guys can see here, yeah, I'm actually glad that how this figure turned out. Also, as you guys can see here, this is their first Gerald Robotnik action figure Jakks Pacific has ever made. So as you guys can see here, here is his articulation. You get a little swivel at the head, a tiny one. Get to turn the arms. You can do this a little. You can get a turn at the legs. And also, the reason why I was standing him up like that, because look at this. Every time when I kept being him like this, see, he falls forward. So that's why it would be better. You can't stand him up. You just gotta leave him like that. And that looks pretty weird, since usually this figure does not do that in the movie. So as you guys can see here, this figure does look pretty cool. I'm really liking it. Alright guys, so let's do some comparisons with this figure. So guys, first let's compare him to Ivo Robotnik. So as you guys can see here, him compared to Ivo Robotnik, I mean, hey, well, I mean, Gerald looks a little taller than Ivo, I think. But, I mean, hey, I'm actually glad that in the movie, Sonic said there's two Eggman now. So, as you guys can see here, these figures do look pretty cool together. Also, let's also add Agent Stone. So, as you guys can see here, these are my three Sonic figures that are actually in the live action form. So as you guys can see here, these figures do look pretty cool. I am really liking how they look, because I really like how it looks like. Alright guys, there's the Gerald Robotnik comparison. Next, let's take a look at Super Shadow. And as you guys can see here, for Super Shadow, he's just getting a swivel at the head. arm articulation. And also, as you guys can see here, this figure actually has the correct shadow color, which is the cream color. Even better than the real shadow, which was the Jakks Pacific. Which is pretty cool. I'm really liking that. But okay, guys, so as you guys can see here, let's do some side comparison. But before we do some side comparison, this Super Shadow has something going on with his eye. So as you guys can see here, down here, right here, what is that? It looks like some sort of eye mole. Ow. That does not look really good. I am not really liking how that looks. But alright guys, now let's do some comparison. So as you guys can see here, here he is compared to just a regular movie Super Shadow. So as you guys can see here, this is actually the regular Shadow. So as you guys can see here, this figure does look pretty cool next to him. Here he is compared to Super Sonic. And if you guys didn't notice, for this Super Sonic, this is actually the rubber Sonic. Actually, the Super Sonic that came with the second 2-pack for Sonic Movie 3, the one with red eyes, I was displaying it, but I just got myself distracted and it fell off my shelf and then broke its leg off. So, as you guys may have already know that, I wasn't able to get a new one because I didn't want to. But, I mean, hey, this Sonic figure, I guess, is okay. Since I'm actually liking how this looks. I'm actually glad that it has the same smirk. Even though it's rubber, it can still go with Super Shadow, still. But alright guys, there's that. Next, let's compare him to the Super Shadow, which is the video game version, which is actually the regular yellow color, which is not the correct shadow color than this one. This is definitely the correct shadow color, and I wish they did this on this figure too, but they didn't. That is a little weird, but I guess Jakks Pacific is just doing what it can do. But I mean, hey, they just did a good job on this figure though. I am really liking how this looks. But also, since this is probably our final one, let me snap my fingers and see what happens. Bam! Look at all these together. I'm just really liking how the Sonic figures look. They look really cool. I am really liking them. And there is the drone, burrito drone, and the regular drone, which could do this. Alright guys, so as you guys can see here, I'm actually glad that I finally got myself a Sonic Movie 2 and 3 diecast. That is really cool. I am really liking it. But alright guys, so as you guys can see here, if you don't know why Sonic and Shadow in their super forms are floating, because I'm using the burrito drone's stand, which I also want to show you that part too. Alright guys, so here they are teaming up. So as you guys can see here, that actually does look really cool too. I am really liking how that looks. Besides, also, I kind of want to do the scene where they're battling. Watch. Oh, Sonic just fell. I know his feet are rubber. So I'm going to need to do it like this. Yeah. Yup. I really like how Super Sonic and Super Shadow were fighting in that scene. That scene was actually really good. I am really liking how that looks. But okay, guys, I think that's going to wrap up this review on the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie Wave 3 5 pack. So, as you guys can see here, yeah, I am really liking how Gerald and Shadow look like. I'm really glad that they finally made a 2.5-inch movie Shadow in its super form. It looks really good. I am really liking it. But okay, guys, I think that's going to wrap up this review. And I'll definitely catch you guys in the next video. Take care, my friends.